Hi, we're back. Tell me a sound that's better than this.
And this is a more serious moment here in this episode. It's one of the greatest things you can leave behind.
Everything goes back to Star Wars.
Hey, we're back. Another episode of Welcome to the Medins. That was a pretty good intro idea there, Peach. I mean,
Thank you.
Simple, just straight to the point.
And you wait, I got it. Speaking of back, you know what else is back this year? Backyard Bash.
Oh.
Event placement.
Yeah.
October 5th.
Yes. So, why not just quick start with a little.
If you know any vendors, like food vendors, please reach out to us. They're so hard to
send
get a
them our
hold
way.
of.
No, I mean, seriously, though, there are lots of people who are trying to start out, in the food business. And so we're giving them an opportunity to do a thing and get some exposure.
As long as you can generate your own power for your food truck or whatever it is, you can come. We won't charge you anything for serving, and we won't take any of your profits like other events do.
And
it's all just yours.
And they're not going to be in competition with anybody else.
Nope.
So everyone who comes that day who's going to want to stick around, and the people who come are going to want to stick around because we're giving away an Epiphone Les Paul at the end of the festival.
And you have to be there.
Anyone who wants the guitar is going to stick around all day long, and they're going to need to eat, and they're going to need to drink stuff.
Yeah, we just ask that you kind of help share about the event, say that you're going to be there through your social media, and that kind of helps to draw people for us. So, really what we ask for in return is you just share about the event and get people excited to want to come too.
Yeah, we've had ice cream trucks in the past and
A
really great
barbecue truck.
barbecue. Yeah, and so it's not like a lot of things. Backyard Bash really is kind of its own thing, but
It's a hodgepodge of many different
yeah,
things.
it's not like a start out event who's never done this before, who's like, someone please bring a food truck. No, we've done this
6 years?
we've done this a whole bunch of times, and so we continually want to offer a spot to anyone who's got like a food business starting up, who wants to get a chance to get out there, make some money, get some experience, add to their resume. We want to give you a chance to actually come do that.
And, you also get to meet a lot of really nice people, and you come out here and
Network.
Yeah, network. And then you'll meet other companies that you can kind of partner with and join to the events that they may know about and they're connected with. But then we also invite you just to come back. Like you come here, you kind of get a priority spot next time, and I think that's pretty wonderful. I was wondering, I'm going to ask on the podcast, hey Peach, can we do like a live welcome to Medins?
I have been thinking,
During the event?
I feel like
PJ has
Excuse
been
me.
really, really touched my heart. He is so into the podcast now. I'm so happy.
I never wasn't. It's just I have this resting face that God gave me, and I'm also kind of quiet. Like, you add those two things together, and people just think that you're ticked off and disinterested all the time. That's not the case. But no, I think that would be really great, and I'm pretty sure I've suggested that in the past.
I was a little too stage shy. I don't have a drum kit in front of me to be kind of my
hide
confidence.
behind.
Yeah, it's not my safety that
Yeah.
protects me from everyone there.
I need to get you like a late night TV show desk.
Yeah, and then I'll just start interviewing. It'll be mid-afternoon with Welcome to the Medins. Your host, Sean Medin. Now let's interview you.
The food vendor. We want to know more about you. But no, seriously, back to the food vendor thing. A number of the bands who come to the bash, and it's not always the same group, but a number of the groups who come through, they have their own music festivals and stuff that they're a part of. And so this is a chance to come get plugged in with all of them, and then open up some opportunities with these other groups. Like, if you like music festivals, and I imagine that anyone who runs a food vending service, like, they're going to like music festivals, right? Because it's good for business. Come here, meet some bands, get some exposure, go do other festivals as well.
Yeah. So you can either contact us on Welcome to Medins if you're interested, or go to the Backyard Bash Facebook page and message us there so we can start kind of getting all the details and things worked out.
Or our website, PJ.
Yeah.
plug in that name?
Yeah, Daniel. That's your website
Or
too. Yeah.
www.breakthroughRocks.com/contact.
Yeah.
And then we'll get in touch and let's start talking.
Yep.
By the way, today's episode, like, we're just doing kind of raw, seeing where it goes. Just three brothers hanging out and talking about many different things. And it seems like today would be almost just like a series of plugs, but it's not. But PJ's got something cool kind of going on right now. I know y'all see his T-shirt.
It says worship. It actually says a number of things. But
Yeah, that's true. The print may be a little too small. But Peach, where's that from?
So my shirt, which is one of those long tees that kind of, like if you're taking a look at someone from the side, it does like that thing, where it's kind of like, well, like they have these,
clothing people,
being
what
whoever,
is that?
clothing people, yeah, whatever. They have these long tees and they kind of like go like this in the front and then they go like that in the back too. I don't know what you call that, long body tees or whatever.
A lot of
They're a
band people
thing.
wear them.
They're absolutely a thing.
I
know because he's wearing
I need
one.
to have tees that are like when I look for a shirt, I'm looking for, and I forget what size I am, but I'm looking for that long because I can't do regular T-shirts.
Well, hey, Daniel, you want to know where you can go to get one?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I got this T-shirt from a company called Kingdom and Will. They're a Christian clothing company. All of their shirts have Bible verses and references and lots of really like stuff that's worth having on your shirt. And
it sparks conversations too.
It's not obnoxious text and obnoxious graphics. It's really very stylish. So yeah, and all of their things have a message on the inside.
Say it's rather humble.
All of them have like a message somewhere on the inside that says Jesus loves you. I mean, they're really forward with their faith, which is awesome. And they make super comfortable shirts. I have a couple of their shirts. I have one of their hats. I plan on getting more stuff from them. But yeah, if you want to check out Kingdom and Will Clothing Company, you can go to, I think it's Kingdom. Let me check and see what my link is.
I
want to make sure I use the right one.
Prepared.
Yeah, this is
Unscripted is what today is.
This is supposed to be, quote unquote, supposed to be an episode about nothing really in particular. So it's just turning into a lot of plugs.
Yeah,
but
welcome to the Dean's Unscripted.
Let me hear all the things we represent.
Not that all of our episodes are scripted per se.
If you want to get something from Kingdom and Will, and I highly recommend it, their stuff is super comfortable. It always fits the way that you expect. And by the way, this hat is like, this is not a new hat, but it still looks really great, and I wear it all the time.
That's true.
I suppose I should show you the front. It says grace lest any should boast. But the link is, it is kingdomandwill.com/PJ plays guitar. Because that's my YouTube page. As long as we're
I was going to try and write that on the screen. I'm like, no, that ain't happening.
Well, I mean, this is going up on the tubes of you, so you can just throw the link down into the video description. Yep. We're going to put it here, and here, and here, and down there, and over
80% of the screen right now.
You got to get that sound effect. Just cut that out. And
I have this awesome road board, and they are not a sponsor of Welcome to the Deans right now.
But he's going to try to
you're going to do that cheesy yet.
But one day. But I have the Rodecaster Pro 2, which has been a really exciting purchase for me. But they have these cool little sound bars where you can just press one of them and they'll make little sounds. So I think I should maybe do like a sound bite of, and then put that up anytime we have a link somewhere. Or, just something we need to highlight. Just
So sorry, I gotta finish my plug before we move off into any other plugs.
Yeah.
All right. The link is kingdomandwill.com/?ref equals PJ plays guitar. We will throw that link into the video description, right? And if you use the code PJ Medin, PJMEDIN, you get 15% off your order.
Hey, that's pretty nice. Save a
Yes.
little money.
I find that whenever someone's like, "What's your name?" I go Medin, and just naturally go MEDIN. Because
Yes.
Yes, we have. With our name, we get a lot of mispronunciations.
Medin,
and
Medin,
then a lot of misspellings. And then I get even more with my name. Only 2 people in the 30 years I've been around have ever gotten the spelling right on the first go. One time was a barista at Caribou. So whoever you are, thank you. And then the second person was actually pretty recent. But I think it's because I kind of gave him like, guess. And that was my face. So like, it's not an obvious spelling here at this point in time. Like Sean,
I feel-
SHON. I was like, you did it.
Good job.
Lifetime supply of my respect.
I feel like if your name isn't Malene or Virgin, like you're not going to guess how to spell Medin
That's true.
correctly. Because I don't know. I've heard that Medin is Swedish in origin. That's what I heard for years
Good old
up until Dan explained some other story. But so I don't know if it's Swedish or what it is, but that I turns into E. It's pronounced E, and I don't know why it's pronounced E, but it is.
So
Medin.
So interesting fact. When
History with Daniel.
yes, I've always been interested in what our like the meaning of our name was, the origin, and I could never find it. It's like non-existent. And then at one point, Grandpa brings this huge binder of our history, like the family history. And at one point, it just like there's more, but it just stops. And I asked him, why is that? And he goes, well, at one point, and I think it started out as like Swedish. At one point, the French invaded somewhere, and what they did was that they made everybody's like they burned everybody's family documents where they invaded,
So
and
mean.
then they made everybody choose some type of like they gave everybody some type of French name at the end of their name, and that's what happened to us. Is they just looked at our ancestors of whatever their last name actually was and go, "You're Medin." That's it. And there's no meaning to it.
Well, now I'd say we've assigned a new meaning and given it a greater history, I think.
That's the hope.
That is the hope. One of the greatest things, and this is a more serious moment here in this episode, is one of the greatest things you can leave behind is a great name for everyone who follows. So as you're kind of going about your day, think, what am I doing? What decisions am I making that will leave a greater name for my kids, for their kids, for their kids? Because there's a lot more value than any monetary amount could ever give in a name.
And now if you go to ancestry.com/welcome to the Medins, probably. So it's not an,
That
it's
was a
not
good
an
sound,
anti.
actually.
This is
Soundbite.
just.
That's the soundbite right there.
This is.
I can't do it.
Tell me a sound that's better than this. Anyway, it's not like this is like
Someone listening's like, I just wasted 30
this
minutes.
is my life.
But someplace I wish we had more ancestral kind of like evidence of is if like Irish. I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool to be Irish. Like we're a lot Norwegian, Scandinavian, as you can tell from.
And apparently French.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean,
No, we're not French.
don't make
It's
fun
just
of
that
us, but we're also Polish. So
they came and they took over in the way that they wanted to take over at that point. We are
then
not
our
French.
ancestors should have chosen the last name Baguette. So bad on you. Yeah. Sean Baguette. Daniel Baguette. I'd like welcome to the Baguettes.
We are the spaghettis.
No, that's
I
Italian.
know. I'm just saying, as long as we're making up funny last names.
True.
YouTube's just gonna be like flag, 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 flag.
It's not offensive. It's because we're laughing. Make other people laugh.
See, it's funny.
Yeah, see? But I don't know. There's so many places where it's like, man, it'd be cool to have like some more ancestral history, here and then like go there and get to meet like more ancestors and stuff. Be like, we're actually related, and you know, someone who's talking to you like, oh, hey, Sean, it's good to see you. I know that you're actually related because of the name Sean, which is traced way back to our great grandfather, Sean, whatever a really cool Irish last name would be. But like any hope of like Irish accent for me is just simply listening to Saoirse Ronan. Is that her,
I bet don't
actress? My accent is mostly based on her and then that guy from August Rush. You can throw me out.
If you don't like it, you can throw me out.
Yeah.
They're probably Irish. If there are any Irish people listening to this right now, they're going, I don't even know what part of Ireland you'd be from right now, brother.
But if I'm close, please comment and let me know, because I've been practicing for years.
Your Irish accent already has no hope.
I would kind of hope to be like
I should unlearn it and learn the actual one.
Yeah.
like some connection to Scotland would be cool, because that's also a really cool accent. And I was just listening to an interview with Ewan McGregor, and I was like, I love his accent.
He's got one of the most chill Scottish
Yeah, he does.
accents, though. As far as Scottish accents go,
I wouldn't mind being Obi-3 Kenobi.
you know, his brother's in the Air Force, and his call sign is Obi-2.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. But yeah, I wouldn't mind being part Scottish either. Somehow find out we're related to like William Wallace or some really good king from over there from way back in the day.
My knowledge of William Wallace is far from perfect, but last thing I heard is that's not exactly like someone that you should be proud to have in your ancestral line.
Well, we aren't.
I heard that
so-
I heard that Braveheart took some creative liberties
Thanks a lot
with
Mel
his
Gibson.
legacy.
But freedom.
Yeah, freedom.
Man, this episode's a mess.
This is just
We're
off
coming
the
up.
cuff.
We're coming up with a bunch of like tidbits of information here and there, and all I can think of is last night when we were watching Phantom Menace, and you know,
Plug back to Star Wars.
yeah,
Everything goes back to Star
Where
Wars.
you first see the N1 Starfighter.
and I'm just, you know, at the point of the fight on Naboo, Brandon was asleep. But all I wanted to do was like, did you know here? Did you know here?
Yeah.
That's how I am about Lord of the Rings. Anytime I'm watching those, I'm just sitting there sweating. Like, I know all the backstory to all this. I want to tell it all to you
Is Michaela
right now.
Is Michaela ever like? Do you ever tell her those things, and she's just like, "That's great."
She won't watch those movies with me because of the orcs and the goblins and stuff. And so I either get to watch them with friends
Either.
or my brothers if they have time, and the odd opportunity where they don't want to watch Star Wars. And then it's like, guys, I watched all the special features 3 times over. And so this is what happened here, and this is what happened here, and then this thing happened, and then did you know that Viggo Mortensen actually broke his toe when he kicked that helmet, and so his scream is real genuine. You see it, so it's exciting.
When Darth Maul comes through the entrance in the castle.
This is back to Star, back to Star Wars,
and meets with everybody, and their fear in their eyes. If Brianna wasn't asleep, I would have said, "Did you know that was legitimate fear? That they didn't see the makeup beforehand, so they were actually incredibly scared of the actor when he came through."
We all just talk about how mind blown we were when Darth Maul ignited that second blade on his lightsaber. Up to that point, all we'd ever seen was a single blade lightsaber, and then he up and breaks our minds with the double blade.
Okay, I have a question that came to mind from last night. I saw something recently that talked about, like, I knew that lightsabers were powered by an advanced power cell, and but I didn't know that they had to be recharged like every 50 to 100 years, which is
Wait a
interesting.
minute, this was a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
But how did Obi-Wan, I think it was, Obi-Wan, how did Obi-Wan cut through the middle of his lightsaber and both blades didn't just deactivate. Because technically, he would have had to cut through the power cell. Or was there just a few inches that the blade hit that just wasn't the power cell?
Just this middle connection
Probably
spot.
the case.
Wasted space that Darth Maul did not think about when designing his lightsaber initially. He got better as he got older before he died again. But, what I'm really sad about in Phantom Menace, and other than Qui-Gon Jinn's death, because I love Liam Neeson. Speaking of like Irish and Scottish and stuff, but was the loss of Obi-Wan's first lightsaber. I love that thing. It's one of the coolest designs, in my humble opinion, other than like Mace Windu's. And I want to get the like actual model of that so I can hold it, make all the lightsaber sounds, and show it off to my wife, and then display it along with all my Lego ships for my kids to look at, not touch. I can touch, but I can play with them. So if anyone's got one, you're feeling a little generous, email welcome-to-medins@gmail.com.
You know what line ran through my head when he lost his lightsaber?
What?
Was Anakin saying, Obi-Wan's going to kill me.
Yeah.
That was probably where Obi-Wan learned, oh man, I shouldn't lose these things.
This weapon is your life.
How do they recharge lightsabers, though?
USB, I think.
I was just
USB-C.
I was just thinking, dang, it's my 50th year. It's like my 50th year of having this lightsaber. I got to go plug it in. Where?
What if it just battery low in the middle of like a life or death fight? Oh no.
No, battery low. It turns off.
Time out. Gotta plug this thing in. We can get back to it, but let's just sit down for a cup of tea right now, or blue milk.
Chocolate milk is actually a favorite drink in Star Wars. Did you know that?
Huh?
Yeah. There's so many. There's like an era in maybe like the 80s, 90s. Someone is going to fact check me on this, and that's fine.
We are willing to be wrong.
But yeah. But and it was Luke in particular who always opted for the hot chocolate. Did I say chocolate milk? Hot chocolate. And people would be drinking calf, Star Wars coffee, or some kind of like Corellian whiskey or rum or whatever. And then it would always just be Luke sitting there with his cup of hot chocolate.
Oh, so we only have a few minutes left, but I got a quick no. What did Obi-Wan do with Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber?
Well, there are theories. Have you ever considered that Luke had to get a crystal from somewhere, right, for his second lightsaber? Now
and it was green.
Yeah. I think the new canon implies that Luke's, if I'm right, and I'm not an expert in the new canon because it's not my favorite thing, but
There's
new
a whole
canon
section of the internet
implies
that's about to open up
Yeah,
and hate on
exactly.
you.
The comment section about to get ugly. You
watch all the dislikes.
Be nice.
won't be able to watch all
but
the
they-
dislikes.
No swear
thankfully.
words. This is a family-friendly podcast.
They imply in the book Weapon of the Jedi, Heir of the Jedi, that the lightsaber crystal that Luke gets for his new lightsaber might have been Qui-Gon's.
I like this theory.
Yeah.
I declare this fact.
I don't
There
know
you
what
go, Disney.
happened. I don't know what
Should
happened to
make like a rubber stamp on the corner of the video.
I don't know what happened to Qui-Gon's lightsaber in the old canon, but I think new canon, the implication was that Luke got his lightsaber crystal from Obi-Wan or Obi-Wan's box of stuff, and that crystal was Qui-Gon's.
Actually makes me really happy because I also love Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber. But you know what
That's
else I
pretty cool.
really like? Humble. Proud face.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking to increase, and I think this would be a catchy tagline, guys. If you're looking to increase your scent game, like I'm kind of naturally stinky, which honestly kind of stinks.
Unfortunately,
I need to use this a lot.
the only person in our family who inherited the non-stinky is PJ.
PJ is not stinky. But if he was, he'd be using Humble to help solve for that problem with either their all-natural deodorants or soaps. So if you're looking to get some nicer scents in your home, as well as support the Welcome to the Medins page and the environment, go check out the link in our bio for an extra 15% off of your order.
Bio.
You want to get some scents? Check out Humble.
Want to save some cents by getting some new scents? Go to our link.
You know someone who has no sense?
This
the
ad
Bumble.
right now. But I also want to point out one other person that we actually recently met who is a great partner to Welcome to Medins, and that is Tom Glover and his page, The Old Art House. He has amazing works of art that are high quality and honestly just super cool to look at. You guys see those colors? They just kind of super stand out.
They pop.
Yeah, they pop.
Can you make some popping sound?
We just waste like 30 seconds of popping noises. But head over to the Old Art House. Find yourselves some amazing works of art. Go hang them up. I don't know if you love Formula One, but I do. And he's got a lot of options for the Red Bull team, the Mercedes team, McLaren, probably my favorite. But the stuff is great quality, and his service is phenomenal. Actually, go like him on Instagram as well. And just let him know that we sent you his way.
I'm going to go like him on Instagram. What's his Instagram handle?
At the Old Art House.
At the Old Art House.
Yep, and you can find him at www.theoldarthouse.com as well.
And the Star Wars fans, they'll find him at the Old Darth House.
Oh.
It's called The Old Art House.
The Old Art House. Well, thank you guys for watching today's episode of Welcome to the Medins Unscripted / some ad spots. But we look forward to seeing you guys next week on, what is it?
Welcome
to the Medins.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we should give people just a little bit of a clip of one of our new songs. Don't you think? And end it. That's where the episode ends.
We look forward to seeing you guys next time.
Yeah.